When did the I crave attention kid go too far? There was this girl Bella in my biology class who just couldn't stand not being the center of attention. Every day, without fail, she'd interrupt Ms. Carter's lessons with some random trivia no one asked for, make annoying tapping noises with her pen during quizzes to throw people off, and always had some over-the-top story to share. Most of us were used to it and just ignored her. But Bella lived for any kind of reaction, good or bad. If someone told her to cut it out, she'd instantly act like the victim, accusing them of being mean or picking on her. But then, during our senior year, she pulled something so wild, it turned the whole school upside down. We were in IB biology, and Ms. Carter was finally doing one of those cool demos, showing how certain enzymes react with different compounds. It was actually the first time people were genuinely paying attention in class. The color changes, the fizzing reactions, even I was into it, which probably drove Bella nuts, since nobody was looking her way for once. Out of nowhere, she shot up from her seat, knocking her chair over with a loud bang, and started yelling that the chemical smell was making her lightheaded. She clutched her chest like she couldn't breathe, and stumbled toward the front like she was about to pass out. I can't breathe, she gasped, pointing toward the experiment table with this shaky, panicked look. The fumes. I think I'm reacting to something. I feel weird. Her face started turning red. I couldn't tell if it was from holding her breath or something else, and then she began making these awful wheezing sounds like she was struggling to get air. Then, she just dropped to the floor right next to the eye wash station, convulsing and gagging like she was having some massive allergic reaction or seizure. Her arms were flailing, legs kicking, and the whole class just froze in panic. Ms. Carter immediately turned off everything, propped open the doors and windows, and dialed emergency services while trying to comfort Bella. Within minutes, the fire alarm was blaring throughout the entire school, and they evacuated our entire science wing as a precaution. When the paramedics arrived, they were in full protective suits, treating the scene like a possible biohazard. They brought stretchers, oxygen masks, and gear I didn't even recognize. Bella got wheeled out on a stretcher, still gasping and twitching like she was in some kind of life or death episode. Meanwhile, we were all herded into the parking lot, watching the chaos unfold as fire trucks, ambulances, and even a couple of news vans swarmed the school. Her parents showed up in a total panic, crying and hugging each other, thinking their daughter was poisoned or something. Investigators questioned teachers about lab safety, and there was even talk of suspending the whole biology program until they could figure out what went wrong. But here's what nobody else saw, except me. I sit right next to Bella, and just before all of this happened, I noticed her messing around on her phone under the desk instead of watching the experiment. Being naturally nosy, I glanced over at her screen. She was literally searching for symptoms of chemical exposure and watching videos of people faking asthma attacks and seizures. I watched her scroll through different pages on how to pretend like you're reacting to toxins. Later at the hospital, the paramedics didn't find a single thing wrong with her. No allergic reaction, no breathing issues, nothing. Just a full-on performance. 3 teachers almost lost their jobs over something that never happened. Her parents got hit with a massive $3,200 bill for the emergency response. And Bella, she went right back to class the next week like nothing happened.